All of the CCP's doings were propped up by those greedy, traitorous Americans within the United States. The CCP is merely a paper tiger. If those Americans dare to stand up and say no, the CCP will vanish into thin air. The CCP is more fragile than a piece of paper. There's no need for a lighter to destroy. I mean it. A little flame from a match can burn down the CCP. What are Americans doing to the CCP? It is the American traitors' greed that has given the CCP, this paper tiger, a boost. It allows the CCP to intimidate Taiwan, abuse Hong Kongers, destroy Tibet, enslave 1.4 billion Chinese people, and threaten people all over the world. For the past few days, from the election to now, the entire Politburo, the entire military, and the entire Zongnanhai of the CCP have done nothing but focus on America's presidential election. They don't have time to prepare paper documents, but only communicate verbally. Why? They're just waiting for the success of their BGY and 3F tactics in America. They've succeeded in the 3F plot to fail, frail, and fall Americans, as well as the BGY tactics using blackmail, bribery, and honey traps. Now Biden was elected. He wouldn't dare to say anything against the CCP. He wouldn't dare do anything too harmful. He couldn't possibly do anything anyway. But if you ask him to say, taking down the CCP, that's impossible. But this is God helping the new federal state of China. If the CCP doesn't fully implement the BGY tactic and the 3F plot in the United States this time, the new federal state of China will be in grave danger. If Americans don't see and understand that the BGY tactic and the 3F plot are fully implemented by the CCP in the US, we won't be able to destroy the CCP by Americans in a short time. If the November 3rd election hadn't happened, if there had not been a pause in the US election, and if these events hadn't occurred, the absurd and ridiculous presidential election result wouldn't have occurred. Problems in the American electoral system, the American legal system, America's faith in God, and the true power behind the American media wouldn't have been exposed. The extent of the CCP's infiltration of the American judicial system and various other systems is beyond your imagination. And it's incredibly cheap, not that expensive at all. A member of the CCP's standing committee once told me that the entire U.S. intelligence apparatus and the most critical departments have been taken over by the CCP. He also advised me not to blindly trust the U.S. and to watch out for my safety. Americans are cheap and are selling America to the CCP. America's disaster has not even begun. This time, America will be either reborn or completely destroyed. In the American financial system, social media, modern virtual systems, including the current deep web, the nearly 10 million Chinese Americans in the United States, the Asian community, the relationship between the Democratic and Republican parties, and things that happen on Capitol Hill, the value and social status of Chinese people directly impact the future security of humanity.